So when it comes to irons, now obviously with all the different categories of irons there are now, I'll kind of let you take this how you want to, because there's, you got players, there's players distance, or something between players and players distance now. And then we have our kind of game improvement category. So if there's any direction you want to go here, but for irons that have seemed to really work for you with players that are steep down at the ball, like you said, in that kind of maybe -5, -6 range of attack angle for a 7-iron.
Sure. Yeah, I'm going back to Strixon. The VT sole is fantastic. I've finally gotten a bunch of my college buddies to realize that they just need to get fit for golf clubs. So one of my buddies is he was a hockey and baseball player, 4 years varsity, swings real hard and swings really hard down at the ground. And he was just convinced like he'd never be able to find an iron that would kind of get high enough for him, just because his dynamic loft is like 17 degrees on a 7-iron. So we had to do a little loft manipulating, but once we got the ZXi4 in his hand, it was like a night and day difference. Just take a couple degrees of loft off of it, and then it was perfect launch, perfect spin, and once he took him outside, the turf interaction, I mean, not that he might even know what that is, but he said it felt fantastic.
Yeah.
So if you have any sort of leading edge relief on an iron, it's typically going to be a little better for somebody that is a little steeper on the ball. I know one of the more players distance irons will go away from Strixon here. In the 925 Forged, they added a little bit of a leading edge relief. Found that one to be pretty good for like the player's distance category if maybe the ZXi5 isn't working for that individual. But yeah, anything with just a little relief on that leading edge has worked really well, and rightfully so.
Yeah, it seems like what you're seeing from a lot of different manufacturers, obviously Strixon has their sole design that's been really successful for a few generations now. But you're seeing with Mizuno, a couple others where they are adjusting the sole to give a little more relief on both sides. There's almost like 3 sections to the soles of a lot of these new irons now. And I think there's maybe a trend towards identifying, okay, this relief seems to help golfers a lot more clean, with a clean turf interaction, delivering the club into the ball through the ground and up without a hindrance or without, the chance of digging necessarily there.
Exactly.
It seems like that's been something I've noticed with some new designs this year. It seems to be working there.